Alright, now this was a love spread for Sharon. Uh, and I used basically it's a 6-card spread. Uh, and what it tells me, what the cards are telling me, are basically with in your past, it looks like I guess just like a lot of us, you've had various experiences in the past, and you've got your lumps for them, and like anybody should, you just keep moving on, and that's pretty much the style. I think what we all go through, but that's what the cards reflected to me has been in the past of your love life. Sharon, as I'm also looking here as far as your present, it looks like you kind of have the sleepless nights thing. It looks like that you might be, from what the cards are saying to me, it's as if you're kind of worried about this to a degree that maybe it is keeping you up at nights, or maybe it's just that you feel that you're that things are worse than they actually are. I'm not really sure. I'm conflicted because I read what the cards are saying, but then I get this feeling that the cards, just because of their nature, are sometimes melodramatic, and it's not that melodramatic, but it is something that's been bothering you. It's I don't get, and I mean I don't feel that it's as extreme as it sounds when I read the cards, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it bothers you. You might be up at night. You might think it's worse than it really is. But as far as what you're looking for, it looks like you're wanting a more mature and loving relationship. It looks as if there's the situation is that you're maybe tired of maybe you're starting to cross that point, or at least thinking about the idea that sometimes that fun and exciting guy, yeah, as great as that is, there's a maturity that you want with that. You want someone who's more fatherly than they are the crazy dance club kind of guy, I guess. That's at least that's what the cards are saying, and I kind of feel that's creeping in more than it's there. Okay, as if that's something you've been thinking about, maybe. Not that it's something that you dwell on, but it's crossed your mind. So once again, for this read, for some reason, it's one of those things that, particularly in a love read, you don't want to be overly melodramatic. But the one thing that I am picking up strongly on with the cards is that more along the lines of what you need, interestingly enough, it is a little excitement, things to be a little more back and forth, a little more of a roller coaster ride, which is interesting because this is going against the conventional wisdom, but it feels to me that maybe what you're okay, it's starting to come together, but that's what the cards are saying. And as far as what you have to offer, it looks to me that you're a very physical person, and what you have to offer is a very and when I say physical, I don't mean physical as in sexual. I mean physical as in you seem to me to be the person who likes to do things for your partner, to show them, do physical acts of I don't know particularly, but more along the lines of I don't know, like baking a cake. And that's just an example. I'm not saying that you bake cakes. I'm saying that the kind of person who likes to physically show their love, physically show things by with gifts maybe, or you know, and it's in that regard more so than in any other, which is interesting because the outcome. You know, as a matter of fact, I'll just tell you. You know, the last two cards are both aces, which is a good sign, but they're both upside down as well. They're both reversed. It looks to me that what you're also, you know, as far as outcome is, you're going to need more imagination in your life. You're going to need more of the artsy kind of stuff. And you know, the picture that the cards have painted for me is, it looks like you're trying to go for security, and maybe you're even trying to win that over, like I say, with physical gifts. But what you really need is to cut loose and shake it up a little more. That's what the cards are telling me, and I'm just kind of going to reflect on this a second, just because it's interesting, because this is those things where I'm learning that the mixing the intuition with the cards is sometimes dicey. And you know, and the intuition is telling me you really aren't that far away from. And this, like I said, I'm getting mixed signals, but it's as if you're really not that far away from having the sort of the roller coaster feel about the way you go about things. I'm just wondering if that's as if your life is you're fine with that on a day-to-day thing. I'm not sure if you incorporate that though into your romantic style, because from what the cards are telling me, what I'm feeling like it's as if you've already got this essential, you know, bubbly kind of attitude. But maybe when you get with a partner, or when you get with somebody that you're serious about, that kind of gets played down. Maybe you take it too serious, or maybe you know, you're not loose enough. You're not normally as loose with yourself when you're looking for love. You know, you're not as that's really a bad way to say it. You're not as relaxed maybe as you are other times, and that's when you should be. And that's kind of what the cards are saying to me, anyways. And so use your imagination. You know, I'm particularly concerned with, you know, this idea of you wanting to, you know, use, you know, I mean, it's a good, you know, if I'm right about the way that you want to, you know, win people over by physical things, I think that's something that you're going to have to pull back on and go more into, like I say, just being your bubbly, effervescent self. And I think to have the universe return that to you. I mean, it's interesting. Once again, there's the conventional wisdom in what I would like to tell you from, you know, my experience and everything, but the feel that I'm getting is contrary to that. It's not the older, or not necessarily older, but the more mature individual that is what is going to be coming. Even though you might be seeking that, I think that you need to find someone who's as effervescent and as an imaginative as yourself. And like I say, this is one of those reads that I'm not going to go and list what the cards are, because I've been, well, I'm going through changing in my style a bit. But it does seem to me that there is that change. So I guess to try and sum up, you've had your knocks like everybody else. You might be, you know, you might be a little worried or concerned. You're looking for the stability, but it looks like that stability isn't necessarily what you need as much as somebody just to be wild and fun with. and don't try to win them. Or, well, you can. It really is not saying anything wrong with being the kind of person who shows things physically. I don't want to make a judgment on that, but from what the cards are saying, from the outcome and what you need, it would seem that that wouldn't be as important. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense to you. And this is the thing is, with doing this in video, when I don't get immediate feedback, it's always hard to tell. I kind of gotta go with my gut and my intuition. So hopefully, not too far off with this. Give me a really detailed response if you could. See if I got any of these personality issues right, as far as what you're wanting and maybe how things have been for you. And don't be afraid to tell me if I'm wrong with something. Tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Just be honest. That's all I ask of you. Okay? Thank you again for, like I said, I got this deck today. It's a beautiful deck. And I'm really excited about learning to use it. So thank you again.